Tonight, a 54-year-old cold case could possibly become a murder investigation.
KCCI's Laura Nichols explains how police spent the day digging, quite literally digging, for evidence.
Police are taking a tip in a 5-decade-old cold case so seriously that they decided to excavate the basement of a South Side home.
Kind of eerie, makes you wonder what happened.
Neighbors watched in astonishment Monday as this home on the corner of Pleasant View Drive turned into a bizarre crime scene.
They're bringing out chunks of cement and stuff and putting them in a pickup.
Des Moines police spent the entire day digging up this home's basement after getting a tip in a 54-year-old cold case.
We received tips from family members that there could be a body buried in the basement.
Darlene Fitchett was in her late 20s when she vanished in 1960, never to be heard from again. Her family is convinced that her husband, who died just a few years ago, killed her one night and buried her body in the family's basement.
We wouldn't necessarily go this far on just a hunch. We have facts to back it up.
Fitchett has been listed as a missing person ever since her disappearance because her body was never found. But the couple's daughter recently came forward, telling officers her father murdered her mother that fateful night 5 decades ago.
Something went terribly wrong. She could hear her mother crying and then couldn't hear her mother anymore. It's really a tragic story.
This is what the basement looked like Monday afternoon. A large hole dug underneath the stairs. Authorities say high-tech ground scans indicated that was an area of interest, but when they actually got deep enough to find out, they were disappointed.
We haven't found anything at this point.
Officers even brought in cadaver dogs to sniff the soil that came out of the hole, but still nothing. No sign of Darlene Fitchett.
54 years later, we're not giving up. We're gonna keep going.
Now, this all came to light a year ago when Fitchett's family members, who now live out of state, saw the house on the market and called authorities to ask them to check the basement. A young couple now lives there. They have been fully cooperative with letting police tear up the basement.
Thanks, Laura. Now, authorities also tell KCCI the basement was their strongest lead, but since they didn't find Fitchett there now, they will follow up on other leads that they also have.